Welcome back to CueLee's Connecticut 9-ball Open at US Billiards. This is MH Potting Pengles, and I'm joined in the comedy booth here again with Imran Majid. Thanks for stopping in, Imran. Appreciate that.
No problem at all. My pleasure.
And we've got to an exciting stage in the match here. We're down to the semi-finals. We've got 8 players left battling it out. And we get to commentate Anton Raga against Chang Yulong. Race to 10. Single elimination. And we just watched Anton Raga battle it out with Jason Shaw. And Chang Yulong just made it through against Billy Thorpe. He was well ahead against Billy, and Billy came back. And Chang Yu pulled it away at the end. And that's a very controlled, slower break, isn't it, Imran?
It's a slower, more controlled break, as you said. But he's been doing that throughout the event and getting some good results after the break as well. A very experienced campaigner, Chang Yulong. I've known him for many years. He's been around the block. He's done it all, wore the T-shirt. So this should be a pretty close match, I would have thought. But you can never tell. Look at the Shane Van Boning and Corteza match. We thought that would be pretty close, but it was a totally one-sided affair. But,
yeah, that's amazing.
Interesting to see what he's going to do here. Yeah, he has to play defense. Got no offensive shot.
It's difficult, isn't it, though, to get the 2-ball out of there and hide the cue ball at the same time? Brush it off the 4. That was waiting to happen, wasn't it?
Yeah, it looked like it was naturally going to go into the 4.
Nice starter here for Anton Raga. And he doesn't really have any real problems here.
Yeah, he'll just draw across the face of the 5 here. Play the 5 in the same pocket.
He's actually taking a little bit more time than he was in his last match.
Yeah, I guess we're down to the business end of the tournament, so he doesn't want to make any kind of unforced errors. Hence he's slowing down a little bit. Just wants to make sure of everything.
Myself and Jason were sponsored by Raga from a very early stage of their infancy, and they kept asking us for feedback all the time. So that was the main reason why they got the likes of me and Jason on board, giving us as much feedback as possible. They listened. Yeah, definitely.
If you can't hear them, then turn this one up, not that one.
Oh, you mean that's my headphones? Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought you that said that. Just want to make you a little bit louder.
I just double checked that he did that much sad. That's the same. That's the same demeanor as
You can ask them if they can hear it. They should.
Guys, is the sound quality okay? Can you hear us all well?
Yeah, we want to thank everybody out there. Do a little sound check here, just make sure everyone can hear us. If anybody's in the chat, just let us know. If you can hear us, say yes. If you can't, don't say anything.
Close to scratching there, Anton was. Has got a thin shot on the 1.
You don't see him having to take
Hard to control the cue ball.
like these massive shots.
Could play a safety and leave the cue ball there.
I think we need to get you a little just closer to the microphone. Okay. Sounds great, we're being told. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Tina.
That was a nice little safety. And with all those balls close to the 1 ball, it just makes it that much tougher, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Although he does have a 1-rail kick, gentle kick, and put the 1 and the cue ball either side of the 9 and the 5.
There you go. Yeah, you're learning. Wow. That's the right shot.
That's
yeah.
what you'd play.
No, that's a slow kick right here. Yeah. A lot of good things can happen if you catch this ball correctly.
Learn to play with their opposite hand.
You get to see that, but the coach actually, Baby Coat, he's unbelievable. He's left hand too. His opposite side played a really good shot in last match.
Yeah, I think every player has seen those.
The score is 1-0 to Anton, by the way, just to let you know. It's not updated on the system.
How's that?
Yeah, there we go. It looks like the 6 ball's pretty tight going past the 8. I'm not sure if it does go. But saying that, he could play a 5-9 combination to end the rack if he does have that 6 ball as a problem ball. Yeah, straight in on the 4, 5-9 combo. Doesn't have to worry about the 6.
Sure. And then, of course, the 6 is his element of safety if the 9 ball doesn't go in. But yeah, he's just come to take a little look at that line, so that's what he's doing.
I hate it, I'm not going to lie. Shouldn't count the ball.
Wanted to get as straight as he possibly could on the line on the 5 ball.
Ideally, yes.
They want to, and the cheering aspect of it, right? But for a player,
And what kind of speed do you hit this, Imran?
Yeah, medium to soft. Yeah, don't need to go hard. Yeah,
Yeah, it's just,
that was probably medium.
I know there's a way to break. This break rule is a way to break.
Anton storming ahead, 2-0.
Into the stack, so they give themselves the opportunity to make that break. The best of this break.
catch is good too.
Catch is great, it's Chang, all these guys.
And we will
There's definitely skill to
update on the other matches as we progress here.
Push around, Do you think this break format could be adapted?
But you mentioned something interesting, Imran, earlier. You were talking about instead of having the template racks that on the Euro Tour, they were...
Yeah, on the Euro Tour, what we do is we have a template and we make indents in the cloth with the template. Just get a little mallet, make the indents and roll the balls in. Gives a perfect rack. We don't have to mess around with magic
So
racks.
no triangle, no rack,
No,
nothing needed.
Yeah, nothing needed at all. Yeah. Because sometimes you're at the mercy of referees here. Actually, if they might leave a slight gap here and there, and it can cost you a good break.
Even with the template rack.
Even with the template, you still have to caress the balls to make sure they're absolutely frozen.
He might be thinking he could have won this tournament, but he just didn't get to show his skills. That's just unfortunate.
Lost the cue ball there, did Anton.
More times than not.
And did not make the one in the side. It went a little bit too
No,
high.
made the corner ball. Yeah, so it does have a 1-9 combination, but it's not easy by any means. Can play a snooker behind the 9 ball as well. Can hook him behind the 9 and send the 1 up table. Let's see what he does.
And then all that's bumped into the 6 and 7.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Played your shot.
Mm-hmm. Played it nice and kept the one away from the pocket. So it doesn't present an easy kick now.
Yeah, it's not hanging, although
It's not hanging, yeah.
It's not
Although
that far.
it's quite close,
It
it's,
does have a
it's
chance,
hard
isn't
to
it?
make this ball, though,
Sure.
isn't it? Yeah. Totally misjudged the slide there. That would have probably worked on his table and his club, but this is different equipment, and you have to compensate for the slide. He should know that, being a seasoned player.
When you get to a new venue, Imran, do you have a series of things you test on a table just to try and quickly answer those questions?
Well, just basically the speed of the cloth, speed of the rails. That's all you need to know, really, and you try and find a sweet spot for the break.
You just hit a few shots and see if you're overhitting
Hit a
them.
few shots. Yeah, that's all it takes. Top players can read a table in a matter of minutes, whereas some amateurs it might take them an hour or so. I mean, the pros are so used to traveling around the world playing on different equipment from tournament to tournament that you have to find ways to adjust quickly.
Yeah.
Because you're in a race, you need to get out the traps quickly.
Yeah, you don't have time to figure it out.
No.
Arrive the day before and
yeah, just hit balls. Yeah, just get the speed of the cloth, find a sweet spot on the break. Yeah, probably the most two important factors. And play the 8 in the same pocket, would have thought. Yep. And a very clinical Anton when he's on his game. Perfect cue ball. And don't forget, these guys play on terrible equipment in the Philippines.
Sure.
They're outside in street corners and all kinds of places.
Humidity
Chickens running around tables and all sorts. Yeah. So
and quite crowded. You've got to ignore the people surrounding the table too.
Yeah, they're in quite close vicinity because they have a lot of people, side betting on the matches and watching close up. And for them to play on conditions like this is actually, they're in heaven.
Yeah. But a bigger transition for them. So I mean, to adjust to that.
Yeah, but like I said, they've been playing for years. You find a way to adjust.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so, yeah. Yeah, I noticed when I arrived in the car, I couldn't get the car back, so I had to park at the Wendy's.
3-0 for Anton. He's been breaking good. Nice controlled break.
And he's found the one ball now.
Yeah, he's been finding the one ball. That's pretty standard at this level. Yeah, the cue ball got kicked down table. There's nothing you could do about that.
Yeah.
That's nature of the beast. He's got to work out a safety. Doesn't really want to push in this situation because he'll probably take the worst of it.
Yeah, there's a lot of balls to hide behind.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't leave him a chance at that.
Oh, he is pushing. Surprising.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is they're not hitting that hard.
There's a lot of balls there to hide behind, but there's gaps between all of them.
Yeah, there is.
So you have to specifically pick one, and
you have to be very accurate. Yeah. He can split them, go side to side. Long rail. Maybe use the 9.
And it's dangerous
he's-
chipping the two balls so close to the corner pocket.
Yeah, I don't think he meant to. I think he meant to hit it half ball, but he was playing it over distance. It could have gone over a piece of chalk or a little bit of dirt, and
Yeah.
deviate the cue ball.
And that's what you were saying before. You don't like to play. The pros don't like to play those long,
Soft,
slow,
long
rolling
roll,
shots.
slow shots. Yeah, because
You just don't
more
trust.
times than not, you get the worst of it.
And this just show you how good they are with the jump cue. I mean, I want you to contemplate playing that jump cue. That's after the break. I mean, he had so many options there to push out, and he decides to just with his approach. He's like sliding.
I don't think he draws past the 6.
He's what
It's like he's going
Oh, he's
forward.
going forward. Okay.
I would.
But that's the development of the game.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not a bad angle, is it? Because you can just stand into the corner and back out.
Yeah, in and out of that corner. Yeah.
Got to make sure he comes past the 9 ball as he
Yeah.
scoots. And of course, the 6 ball's taking a little bit of that path away, isn't it?
Not if he gets deep into that corner. I think he misses the 6 ball. Yeah.
Walks away.
Don't
Doesn't
really
seem
want to
worried
be
at
on the
all.
rail and straight. Might have to put a stroke on this now. I think he can come with like a medium speed. Just follow 2 rails, somewhat near the 7.
Dirty balls.
Or does he go 1 rail?
Good. So
Maybe he goes 1 rail. Yeah, simplifies things even more. No, he did go 2. Understroked it a little bit, but not happy.
No, just a bit afraid of going too far.
Yeah.
This is going to be a good stroke on this shot.
Yes, it's kind of a touchy stroke. I played it nicely.
Yeah, hit that really well.
Yeah.
this is a good stroke to teach the young kids. Look at it, it's just everything's perfect. His ambition.
Oh, jumped up.
Wow.
That's what he's liable to do sometimes. I mean, great player, probably best in the world right now, but he does jump up. That's one of his flaws.
And if you've learned and always played that way, it's hard to change anything, isn't it? And it's
Exactly, yeah.
not going to necessarily make you any better by forcing yourself into something that's not comfortable.
Yeah. It's kind of embedded in his technique. So someone said on the chat, no, my name is Imran Majid. Darren Appleton's commentating as well, but on the other stream.
I saw that comment. I wondered if they were listening, if somehow we had the streams crossed or the chat. But we've got Imran Majid here.
Got to bear down on this a little bit.
And
Nice.
he has a very upright stance for a modern day pool player. They
Mm,
seem to have got lower and lower over time.
yeah, he's not a modern day pool player. He's been around for donkey's years, even longer than me. Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Okay.
When I started playing pool, he was already a force to be reckoned with. Yeah,
hmm
and yeah, he does stand up quite high off the cue.
Yeah, no, over time they have got lower and lower, haven't they?
Mm.
It seems, the 9-ball players.
Yeah. That's probably due to the equipment. As the game has evolved, the equipment has got tougher and tougher and tighter pockets. So you have to get lower down and be more accurate.
And he cues right off the middle. He doesn't have a dominant eye. Looks like he's playing right down the middle, between his eyes.
Oh, that's a bad break. Completely lost the cue ball there.
I'm convinced he will do, but he's still going to win those big rackets. Yeah, it was when it was in a pool room in Qatar. No disrespectful, it wasn't. The first few years in Qatar, the No, but it was a good production back then. All the table stream was, even though the arena was like what, 5,000, 6,000 seats.
You gonna bump into the 6 ball here?
Yeah, to open it up, I was just going to say that. Yeah.
Hectic. It was actually a good tournament in the days, and then the last couple of years, they had it in the pool room, which is like ridiculous. For a world championship, with respect to the pool rooms out there, to have a world championship in a pool room is a bit tatty, let's say. Yeah.
Yeah, that shot really opened it all up. He hit that nice speed, so the ball didn't have a chance to get into trouble. Now he's got to thread the needle here and make sure he gets on the 3.
So he'll probably go 2 rails around the back of the 4, unless he wants to draw it straight to the side rail. It's personal preference. He's drawing straight to the rail.
Good amount of outside spin there.
It's just the setting. It's just the setting for me. He still hasn't played a Moscow Cup with the crowd yet, right? So we'll find out probably this year. So we practiced that last year. Played amazing in the Moscow. He did play terrible. This year will be his big test to see how he handles the Moscow.
He's ended up just a hair of an angle on this ball. I think just roll forward.
Yeah, probably stun.
Stunned to the other side of the 7.
Yeah. You can use a more confident stroke when you can let your stroke out a bit when you're stunning the ball
Sure.
rather than rolling it. Well, it looks like he's going to roll it now. It's kind of in between stun roll.
Yeah, ended up cutting close to the 7, but as long as you're in control of your speed, he's okay.
A lot of people come set up and it's stroke. Lessons are all, when he gets in front.
Very rarely takes his foot off the gas there, and I don't think he does anything stupid. He makes the game look very simple. That was probably the worst error he's made so far in the match. Got to play with it, obviously, but
He's just going to keep gaining confidence all the time. He's young, he's still but he's probably a little bit shaky.
4-1 to the Filipino sensation.
Nice little lead, and we'll taking a look at the scores on the other matches. Shane Van Boning is 4-1 up against
Yeah, he's good looking as well. So
Lu Ta Teng. Got- We've got Mario He is 2-1 up against Naoki Oi. And Moritz Neuhausen is 4-1 up against Ko Ping Chung. And this match here, Anton Raga 4-1 up. And the referee giving the ball just a little clean there.
I think there's 60 players that can beat anybody on the day. So yeah, you've got your consistent players like Chang, all those guys. There's probably 10 of them. It's probably 10 guys where you think, well, yeah, they're probably finishing the top 16 in virtually every tournament. But there's another 50 guys who can beat anybody on a one-off match.
it's an exhibition
Yeah.
don't start with.
No, I mean, it's just that you know if going to a match with Shane Van Boning, if your game's right and every goal you at that particular time, you can win. But the problem is that can you beat Shane Van Boning? Then you can you beat Francis?
Got lots of people in the chat there predicting who's going to win here. At the moment, Anton Raga has the advantage just because he's ahead.
Do we have a breakdown of the prize money? Someone's asking on the chat.
We'll see if we can get that. I don't know if Mr. Mr. G has that.
Interested the coach at the break there, quite early on in the match. I think he's trying to take her in sound with
Yeah. Looks like,
That's what he's broken it against me. I was 5-1 down against Coach. He had about to 5-5. He took a break. He took it at the right time.
but a little tactical.
Well, it's not a move. It's a tactical timeout, which is allowed. So
right, looks like they're coming back from a little break there.
you lose momentum.
So the breakdown is first is 15,000, second 8,200, third to fourth 4,000, fifth to eighth 2,200, ninth through 16th 1,500. So there you go.
And so all of these players, of course, have made it to that 2,500. Is that
2,200. Yeah.
2,200?
And if they win, they're on 4K, and then it kind of doubles after that.
New legs, new heart, everything.
I knew we should.
I knew we should. Believe like
I
that.
just hope this one holds up like it did 10 years ago.
So $1,500 in the swing here on this in these matches currently. And how's that 7-ball going to set?
Looks like a 3-ball combination. Looks pretty set up. 2 will track towards the opposite corner. Oh, it stayed there. Okay. It's a bit deceiving, that 3-ball combination.
He's controlled that nicely.
Yeah.
Great example of staying down the shot. So it's what that ball coach, very missable.
Left-handed shot
Just keeping still on the shot.
and nicely controlled.
There was no Calcutta, was there?
No,
Someone's asking.
no Calcutta.
No Calcutta, guys. Basically a warm-up event for the big one, the US Open.
Which is in Atlantic City next week.
That's right, yeah. We're heading off in the morning.
And at an event like that, do you get much of a chance to play on the tables before go time?
You do. There'll be a slot for practice a day before the event, 3 or 4 hours, and everybody gets to try out the tables. And also, while the event is going on, there's practice tables available.
Is there?
Yeah, so there's no excuses that you can't get used to the equipment. There's plenty of time to practice.
Shane says he feels like he's playing on a bar box. See him playing the
To me, it looks like a snooker table.
12 feet long. Chang's played well though. Chang's come back on him. Looks a bit 4-3 up, so he hasn't really dominated like he has.
And he,
Chang Yulong pulls it back, reduces the deficit to 4-2.
It's unbelievable. 2-2 against the hockey boy. He's having a good time.
yeah, he looks very controlled, doesn't he?
He is, and he's not going to give up without a fight. I know that for sure.
Just onto the scene in America, but when you
Well,
guys
didn't come all this way
long time,
not to try and win this, and he's well in this match. And it looks like he, at least so far, that I've seen in this match, anyway, the break that we did see him,
I can't remember his name.
he's got kind of a slower, more controlled break. 1 ball still going in the side.
Yeah, I think I mentioned it before. There's no rule about the speed of the break for this particular tournament, so you can hit them soft.
But that's different with the US Open coming
Yeah,
up.
absolutely, yeah.
They're gonna,
Yeah, you've got to use a forceful break at the US Open, yeah.
One of them names, it's not easy to
well, they didn't make
Anything.
anything at all, yeah, and
Yeah.
that's the advantage of, we were talking earlier, you commented with me on Shane's match,
Yeah.
where he's obviously playing the one in the side also, but hitting it a lot harder.
It gives them more chance for random balls to go in, yeah.
Yeah.
He should have him hooked. Oh, he didn't.
Yeah, the little flick on the 4 helped, didn't it?
Yeah, and Chang should have him in trouble now. He's got a wall of balls to get him behind. 2, 3, 9.
So he is going to have to kick this, is he?
No, I think you can see the edge of it.
Depends who you're playing against. I mean, if you're playing against a second, you might push you to an easy jump. Just bring down the 9 ball, for example.
Right, you are. But not successful.
Yeah, I mean,
No, he underhit that by some way.
yeah, when the balls are up.
In
I think-
Kopin Yi's match earlier, he lost the match. His opponent was on the hill. He was playing a really thin snick safety where he wanted to get the cue ball down table, and he missed the ball completely. Ball in hand, end of match.
Wow.
Oh, look at that. You wouldn't expect that to go in after catching the 6 ball.
Yeah, caught the 6, then the rail, then still went in. It was a calculated shot. He did play it like that.
Really?
Yeah,
Amazing.
that wasn't good. That's an unforced error, which we don't usually see from Anton.
But he did do what you mentioned, which was sort of jump up while he was playing that shot.
Yeah, seems to be his downfall.
Of course, he plays a lot of great shots whilst jumping up too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, behind the 8, I would have thought, but underhit that again. Both players struggling with the speed.
Yeah, he's not doing that perfect like he did in that previous match.
Yeah, it's the business end, so pressure's ramped up a little bit.
And actually, he didn't play his best match against Jason either, did he?
No.
But the match before that, it just seemed perfect.
Yeah, yeah. Can't always play perfect, you know, Paul. Everyone's human. He's a very good banker, Chang Yulong.
Yeah, and everything he does seems so sort of slow and controlled.
Yeah.
That 9 ball was closer to the pocket, you might.
I used to think he works for Barclays, but no, seriously, I've never seen him miss a bank in my 20 years as a professional.
He's done well to not double kiss that.
Yeah, it's just 7 to 8 now. Looks like he's pretty perfect. If you can get the cue ball on the rail here, the long rail, that'll be perfect. Right, nearly on the rail. Perfect. And he won't be phased by Anton either, because he's been around for so many years. He's played all the best players in the world, time and time again. Yeah, he won't be phased by anyone.
Yeah, and he's obviously beaten a lot of good players just to get to this point.
Yeah, he's
in
been
this
beaten
match.
everyone in the
In this-
world in his
Everyone in the world.
career. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Pretty similar to me as well. He's been playing sort of. He probably started about 3 or 4 years before me, but I've been around the block as well, and I've probably beaten everyone in the world as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, after a little while, you just think, oh, it's just another player with a pool stick in his hand. You know, you don't care.
Sure.
Yeah.
So what are some of your best results? I know obviously you're a Moscone Cup player.
That was the highlight, the pinnacle of my career,
Yeah.
if you like. Yeah. Obviously, that's the biggest platform.
Sure. And a different kind of tension altogether, isn't it?
Yeah,
Teams,
yeah, and
countries.
every pool player, it's their dream to play the Moscone Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my biggest achievement. I've
Yeah.
won a few Euro tours as well, which are not easy to win.
Mhm.
Countless open events, 26 national tour events. Yeah,
26 national tour events.
yeah,
Yeah, and so you've come across them all, and you've battled against all the best players.
battle against the best. Yeah, yeah. But actually, I feel like I'm improving as I'm getting older.
Well, I was going to ask you that.
It's about experience, this game.
Right.
Yeah, because I've
Like
played
chess.
the shots so many times that you kind of you get used to it. I feel like I'm improving and still learning, and I say to myself, I want to learn something new every single day on the pool table, and I strive to do that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it is amazing to me though, some of these young players, like Anton here, 25 years old, where they get all their experience from.
Yeah, but he's been playing for a good 10, 12 years, I would have thought. Being so young, he's got so much experience under his belt at a young age. It's kind of scary how good he'll be in like 10 or 15 years.
And you're just going to get better and stronger, Imran, aren't you? As you
Absolutely, yeah, yeah. Like the old cliche, fine wine.
And definitely when it comes to the tension in certain stages of matches. I mean, you've been there. It's really not going to.
It's not going to phase
quite
me.
the same way, or
No,
at least allow you to
I
know
thi-
how to stay cool.
yeah, I think if you've played in that pressure cauldron of the Moscone Cup, you can play in any arena,
Right.
any tournament around the world.
Yeah, that is the craziest environment, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Screaming
absolutely.
and yelling and
Mm-hmm.
fans going crazy, and as long as you absorb that and actually it helps you, as opposed to it could very easily throw a lot of players off.
Yeah, this has been quite a clinical rack by Anton. Cue ball on the string. Open table. Anton actually lost pretty early in this tournament. Obviously, it's double elimination, and he's battled through the loser's side with some close score lines. Hasn't been easy, because obviously it's a tough field. So he's played quite a lot of pool, more than most, leading up to this point. Was it his first or second match he lost? And then, he's played 4 or 5 matches on the loser's side to get to this position. He's played 2 or 3 matches today.
There we go. 5-2. Anton makes the halfway mark. And the ref's taking a little longer over racking now. It seemed that they were having no problem with it earlier.
Maybe it was a complaint from Chang Yulong, because he had a bad couple of breaks. He might have had a word with the ref. Missed the one ball again in the side. And I know Chang Yulong's going to get his jump cue out and jump this ball in. 100%. Yeah, he's already got his
He's
jump
already
cue.
got it.
There you go.
Just got to get the cue ball up fairly quickly. It's not super tight in this line, but it's still pretty close. update on the score there. It's 5-3. Anton Raga over Chang Yulong.
Yeah, nicely executed. Although it was an easy jump, he still had to land right on it and get the little bit of draw as well to get shape on the 2. Now he's got an open table. He's quite efficient with open table scenarios. Doesn't make too many unforced errors. I think we're in for a match here, guys.
He doesn't mind using the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, just how they act and their demeanour and everything.
I was playing a tournament in the US once. I said to the referee, "Can I have a rest?"
Mhm.
And he said, "What? You tired already?"
Yeah, go take a nap. Yeah,
Yeah. And I should have said bridge.
bridge, rest, granny stick they call it.
Yeah.
And their brother, their young brother. It's actually a really good dad player. Yeah, he was like a semi-professional dad player. Yeah, just spent so much time.
That's okay. Just draw it back.
Gonna stretch on this one.
Looks like he's got an angle he can go into the rail. Yeah.
And kind of the same shot here.
Yeah, 8 into the same pocket. Ideally wants to leave an angle on the 8, which he has done perfectly. Just draws down for the 5. Or stuns down using the rail. It's always a better way to play it, so you don't overdo it and you're coming into the line of the shot. 5-4, we got action.
And on the other match, quarterfinal matches, we've got Shane Van Boning is now tied up 5-5 with Lu Riteng. Moritz Neuhausen is 6-2 up against Ko Ping Chung. And Niyuki Oi is 5-3 up against Mario He. So all these matches finally poised. This one here, Chang Yulong breaking and a chance to draw level.
So, needs to get a better break, Chang Yulong. And there it is, was a little bit better. Makes the 9 on the snap. And that is actually what the players are trying to do. It's a cut break, so you're tracking the cue ball into the long rail and back into the stack, trying to hit the 9 to make it into the side or the corner.
And the 9 ball counts in every corner, every pocket.
Yeah, every pocket,
I
yeah.
know some of those tournaments, they're cutting out the bottom 2.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of those rules, yeah.
Yeah, it's all a bit arbitrary, doesn't it? Some of these rules try and change it and massage the way the game goes a little bit, one way or the other.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, either the 9 counts or it doesn't. But as you correctly point out, that is a skill shot, and that's what he's playing. So.
Yeah, yeah. The players have practiced that hours and hours, yeah.
You watch it again here too. See how close the cue ball gets to the 9 ball when it comes back off
watch
the
it
rail.
just hit,
Bang,
yeah,
he
there
did
you
it
go.
again.
He
Look at
tried.
that.
He tried to do it again. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good effort.
And he almost scratched off the 9 too.
Yeah.
And that's what we were talking about. It's a little bit of.
That's the
little
only
bit of a
thing.
risk,
If you
isn't
hit
it?
the bottom side of the 9 and try and make it into the side, you can scratch in the corner. Yeah. So it's not a given. It takes some touch and feel and a lot of practice.
Yeah, and that break right there shows that the previous one, the 9 ball break, wasn't just luck.
No, absolutely.
little push here. Tie the 7 and the 5 up. Because he knows playing a push, he hasn't gained an advantage.
Yeah, he's
So he
kind
just-
of guaranteed himself to get another shot in the rack, hopefully.
And he does have a good chance to get this one safe, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Yes, he does. Yeah, yeah. We want to hit this half ball, really. Half ball, yeah. Pretty good hit.
He made it.
Didn't want that, really.
Yeah, he wishes he hadn't made it, but
Yeah.
he's all right.
He sticked his hand up and apologized to Anton. Likely so, but he hasn't really got a good shot on the 3. Don't think he can see all of it. He's going
Yeah.
airborne. He's got his jump cue out.
I'm not sure you'd necessarily even call that good luck.
Yeah. He's good at these. He'll go close.
I was never a jump shot player.
Oh, what a great shot.
That was a great shot. Yeah.
Yeah,
I told you he's good at
He
those.
sure did. And made it. I mean, it's like shooting a regular shot with no jump, isn't it?
Yeah. He's having a look if the 5 goes in the side now. The right-hand side pocket.
Yeah, now he's got to solve the problem that he created
Yeah.
deliberately.
Yeah, yeah.
And even that shot, to hit that ball and freeze it with the right speed that the 5 ties up,
Yeah, it was.
that's quite an amazing touch, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Not easy.
Okay, yeah, so he doesn't have to break it if he can get on it in the side pocket.
Yeah, he's got an option to bank it as well. But if it goes, why not? Yeah, that looks pretty good.
And that was the second time he's played a pretty sophisticated shot with his left hand.
Yeah, he's ambidextrous. Yeah.
Can you?
No, I can't.
You can't do that.
I look like a spastic if
Yeah,
I play with
you've
my
never
left
played
hand.
before, yeah. Yeah, I feel that way too, and I try and play left-handed. You'd imagine I'd never played before.
It's a good way to hustle, though.
Yeah.
Play left-handed.
And of course, those players who avoid the bridge or the rest at all costs,
Yeah.
that's one of their tools, isn't it? Play
Mhm.
left-handed. You can avoid using the bridge. Well, he's looking good here. Nice follow, right down and up, down the middle of the table.
So you realise that what goes.
Well, he's
but-
not happy about that. What's
Yeah.
he not happy about?
Because
something.
he didn't want to be near the rail. Yeah, he wanted to be at least a foot away from the rail. Now he's faced with a shot now. He has to
It's just not what he was expecting.
power it. Yeah. Yeah. Played
Not-
it nicely.
Yeah, not that was a real problem or anything.
No.
but I guess if you play a shot that surprises you, you got to wonder what happened.
Yeah. Like I said, the
So
guy
there
can
we go.
play. He's not going to be phased by Anton.
Chang
He's ready.
Yulong takes the lead for the first time in this match.
I've got my old man who's coming out next year. I'll make that tag. Big tag step. Just bring me online.
So Shane Van Boning over on the other table is down 5-7 against Liu Riteng. Ko Pin Chung has got his back up against the wall. He's down 3-6 against Moritz Neuhausen. Naoki Oi is just ahead of Mario He at 5-4. And Chu Young Ling right here. Chang Yulong right here, just about to break. It's now in the lead, 6-5.
Some players, don't get in person.
And he barely missed the one in the side there. He's not too happy about that.
Probably
Where do you hide the cue ball here, Imran?
You've got options. You can clip the left-hand side of the 1 and come round 2 rails somewhat behind the 3 and send the 1 sort of behind the 6. That's probably what he's going to do. Yeah. You've got... Didn't play it
Gotta keep
well, though.
going.
He's
Right.
got the hook, but he
Got
didn't
away
play
with
it
it.
well.
No, it's just another
It's a
another
bit
jump
difficult to
shot here,
jump this as
Chang.
well. It's quite far in the middle of the table, see, and he's not the tallest of guys. So he's probably going to 2-rail kick this, or 3 rails.
He couldn't comfortably reach that shot,
Yeah, no, he couldn't.
jump
no.
shot. So this is another one of those soft kick shots where he's
Yeah,
going to try
try
and
and
push the
kick
one.
it towards the 8 and maybe snooker behind the 6.
Or that way.
Yeah, didn't get the hook. He'll be upset with that because he hit the wrong side of the ball.
And I notice a lot of these great players shooting those shots, not doing any measuring or calculating. Some people get
Yeah.
get the ruler out and
Yeah.
measure it with their cue and all that stuff, and there was none of that. Are you a measurer, or you just feel your way into the
At
kick shots?
times, if I'm feeling comfortable with the rails, I would just get down and naturally kick the ball. Otherwise, you know, there's a couple of systems you can use. But most top players just play kicks on feel anyway. All these systems are kind of mind-boggling, and they don't work on all tables. You know, there's so many variables, and
And
every table's different. So
They're approximate, and you have to make adjustments.
exactly, yeah. This looks good.
Oh, that's a
right
good
up
result,
behind
isn't
the
it? He
5.
was
That's
able
a
to just
great
catch
result.
the thin
Yeah.
edge of that one ball.
What a roll. Well, Anton go for the jump cue again, and yeah, he'll be close to making this. He's one of the better jumpers from the Philippines. Oh, I cursed him.
He's created an interesting little cluster of balls there, which is his only saving grace on that shot.
Yeah, I mean,
But with ball in hand,
it was a pretty easy jump. He mistimed it, I guess. Decisions. Does he break out the cluster or hook him behind the 3-4? Looks like he's going to hook him behind the 3-4.
but he's already got ball in hand.
Yeah.
How different is it going to be if he gets another ball in hand? You know, he's got to kind of
But he would have solved the problem, you know, by then. He's
Oh, I
going to
think-
break out the cluster. Yeah, that could have gone wrong, and I'm not sure if he's got a shot. If he hasn't got a shot, he's got a nasty snooker behind
Yeah.
the 3.
I think he can just see the ball full in the face enough to
Yeah.
stop it and sneak behind the 3. Got to make sure you hit this hard enough to get the 2 ball out of there.
Yep.
And that's okay.
And see, he got that extra little bit of spin there to get the cue ball behind the 3. That was a nice
Yeah,
touch.
ended up really tight on that one.
A bit surprising, yeah. Yeah, those shots are tricky on slick tables. Slidey cloths, you gotta make the adjustment.
And this looks like a pretty nice lie. The 4 obviously goes in the side pocket.
Yeah. It's got to be careful of the 5 ball.
Right.
So
Sweet.
he's took it out of the equation. This is a
Going all
smart
the way
shot.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah. And getting a nicer angle on the 4 where he doesn't have to sort of worry about going into the 8.
Yeah. Yeah, Raga not playing his best in this match so far. And after a slow start, Chang is looking the better of the two, I must say.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like we've really seen much of Raga.
No.
You know, and some of these players, you know, you have, you know, dodgy first matches, but you get stronger as the tournament goes.
Yeah.
The most impressive match I saw.
Ooh, this
Raga.
could be a mistake or a turning point. He's got to shoot this.
Just cut it all the way down.
Yeah, I mean, what else do you do? There's a big rack in the context of things. Perfect. Oh, where's the
wow.
cue ball going?
He's okay.
Not scratch.
He's
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, I've seen these misses. You've got to kind of bear down on this as well. It's not given, although it is in front of the pocket. He does have awkward cueing off the rail.
Yeah.
And if he plays it slow, it can deviate over something. Nearly
He
deviated.
jumps back
yeah.
after that
Yeah.
just to gauge. You wanted to know if that was going in or not. It's just that near point sometimes jumps in the way, doesn't it?
7-5 now to Chang Yulong. I feel it's important for Chang to keep his foot on the gas.
Yeah. And he's definitely going to want this one ball to go in the side pocket on this break.
Yeah, he's had a good run into. He's obviously finished second in the local pool. Had some other high finishes. He come off last week, lost in the final, 13-12. Should have won.
So Shane Van Boney's got his back up against the wall here. I know after his previous performance, you might have think he would just race all the way through. And if he played a match, is this match the same as he played the last match? He would. But we haven't been watching this match, but he's on 5. His opponent, Li Ruteng, is at 8.
Oh,
Needs
Li
two.
Ruteng. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the guy who
needs-
beat me, yeah. Not one of the best Chinese Taipei players, but he's having a good tournament. And look at this, 2-9 combo for an 8-5 lead. And he's a big favorite to make this.
And you try and figure out a way to play it semi-safe, or you just going to...
No, you
don't
go
wanna-
out full out for this one because you're a favorite to make it.
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't worry about cue ball here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that can detract, can't you? You can try and get too clever and look for
Yeah,
a
you
shot
can
and
miss the combo. if
make
you-
the one shot tougher.
Mhm. Exactly.
8-5. He's 2 away from the line.
I can't break the ball side as I used to. That's not what's happening. That's with my card.
You've said it on air now. It's true. Don't take a note. Don't listen to Darren.
I've got the card in my pocket.
Yeah.
Quite good as well, right? Just that putting that one rack, stopping the momentum. It's fine.
Chang is just going to wait there
Do you prefer on the break or often?
for Mario He to play his shot.
And there we see the panda in the background.
Because then, I need the opportunity to showcase my break.
Okay, this is for the hill. He'll be going for that 9. There was a little bit of movement. 9 ball. Ooh.
Well, it's
Well,
almost
this
as good
is
as
9-5.
this rack is now a gimme.
Yeah.
He didn't make the 1 in the side. He didn't make the 9 the way he wanted it.
Wow. How do you like this to get on the hill? Miscue. No,
It's
joking.
amazing, isn't it? How he,
A match can turn, yeah.
yeah.
He's got all the momentum, looks better than Raga, and Raga just looks like a beginner.
At least if you know how to break, unless you get very unlucky, you're going to take shots, whether it's a push out or whatever.
So, not looking good for Filipino fans out there, but it's never over till it's over.
Yep.
You break and run them out, and then I'll break and run them out, and then you can grade it based on who got more balls.
Shane Van Boning just clawed a rack back. He's six down to 8 against Lu Riteng.
You've got
There we go, back to normal. One ball in the side.
He's breaking perfectly now.
He's got a beautiful shot on the 2, and this could be the end for Anton Raga.
room today. He might be feeling unbelievable. Feeling absolutely perfect. Oh, I'm top of the game. Today could be my day. He sits there. He might play one shot, which is just ridiculous. It's like Federer playing Nadal. Federer gets the serve every game. So unless you break his serve, you're not going to serve. I mean, you can't win. You can't win. So if you win a break, one guy just obviously gets the break going. You might not shoot.
So really, he just wants to sort of stay with a nice angle on this 4 ball.
Yeah, he
Not
wants
get
to stay
through.
middle-ish of the table, really, ideally. Yeah, touch of inside. See, the slick condition caught him out there
Yeah.
again. He did play it with the touch of inside.
Was there a better option there? Because
Yeah, maybe he could have pounded around the 5-8 using 2 rails to come into the center of the table. Now he might have to draw straight back and play short side, or is he following through and playing between the 7-9?
or right into the 7.
All right, into the 7.
Anton Raga's match is not over yet.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting? Yeah, that little. Thought he could hold it with that inside English.
Yeah, and
it
it
didn't
just
do anything
doesn't
for him,
grab
did it?
on the slick cloth, yeah. 2 months down the line, you can play that shot, but not when they're brand new.
The underground in the world, tennis is the same, soccer is the same, American football is the same. It's just unbelievable. They get paid.
You could spin this in, yeah.
Oh, what a beautiful shot that was.
Very nice.
He's going to get behind the 7 again.
9. Oh, he's got a gap. Has he got a gap? He's going to jump this in anyway.
Yeah. That last shot was great.
Yeah,
Little
yeah.
bend, just a little bit of bend. Flick the ball in. And he's going to do it again. He's looking at a little bendy, slight masse shot. Wow, look at that. And he's going to have to do it one more time.
Yeah,
No, he's
nice
okay.
recovery. Yeah.
He's cleared out. So that was two good recovery shots
And they were
to
very
keep,
good shots.
to keep
Yeah.
him alive there. Keep this run alive.
I did say he's not going to be faced by anyone. And he's got all the tools in his case.
Yeah, that was very impressive to stay cool on both of those. Kind of got himself into that trouble
Mm-hmm.
and then got him right back out of it. And that is going to be curtains for Anton. He's played a fantastic tournament so far. It's going to feel good going into the US Open. 10-5. I'm going to update folks on the other matches. Just get the latest scores. So Shane Van Boning's coming back. He's now down only 1 rack. It's 7-8 in favor of Lu Riteng against Shane Van Boning. Moritz Neuhausen is on the hill, 9-4 against Ko Ping Chung. Mario He, who you can see the feet of in this shot, is is ahead 2 racks. Is 7-5 ahead against Naoki Oi. And as you just saw, Chang Yulong just defeated Anthony Raga. We will be back on this stream. The next 2 matches will be the semi-finals, which will start as soon as the other matches that are playing on those 4 tables here are over. We will see you shortly.